Hello, it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. I'm here with another channeled message. This is a specific message. It might resonate with you, it might not. All right, so I feel like I am picking up on what used to be a very strong soulmate connection between you and another person here. But what once was this very strong soulmate connection isn't anymore. I feel like now is extremely karmic. It's riddled with karma, is what I just heard. And that's because this person here that you are attached to, or you used to be in this soulmate connection with, and for most of you I feel like this is a masculine, but take this however it's resonating for your situation. That's the way it's coming across to me. This masculine really has fallen in his energy, and this is over the course of many lifetimes. There's a particular karmic formation here that you have, unbeknownst to you, potentially been a part of here with this masculine energy, and it is long standing. It's long standing even in the sense of like previous lifetimes, because you have lived previous lifetimes here with this masculine, and there's a certain pattern that you guys have gotten into in this soulmate connection. And I hate saying you guys because I feel like this really is like you were subject to this, but it's like through no fault of your own. I really feel like it's this guy, it's this masculine who has fallen in his energy, and it has to do with the way that he goes about his business, and especially like his love relationships and the attitude he takes towards that, and therefore the way he navigates his life in that particular arena. So like I said, this has been lifetimes old, and there's something about this lifetime in particular and decisions that were made in this lifetime, both like with this masculine potentially repeating this pattern or exacerbating this pattern, that has brought this cycle, I just heard, to an end, but this is very much to like a culmination first and then to an end. But also this is the decisions that you are making for you and yourself. I just heard your family line, your soul journey. You really, I think, have made a decision here to persevere away from this masculine. I feel like whatever this masculine did, and I think this involves a third party. This is somehow like a third party situation, and I'll talk about that here in just a second. But whatever, I feel like there's Eight of Wands energy, so there could have been some kind of sudden message or some kind of sudden change, some kind of sudden information that came in here. I feel like it could have really rocked you on an emotional level. Again, because you are so tied to this masculine on an emotional level, this could have been a relationship that actually got you in touch with spirituality and with these kinds of spiritual connections and things, because of the amount of emotion that this potentially brought out in you. I feel like you definitely cried over this situation. You probably cried a lot. You could have felt deeply embarrassed about whatever went on here. And some of you, I'm like picturing you biting your lip, but not just biting your lip. Some of you have like bit your lip bloody over this situation. But all of that emotion that was brought up within you, first of all, I do feel like led to some kind of opening of your third eye or some kind of enlightenment, healing kind of experience over the long term. But I feel like you felt very protective of yourself. Like there's a defensiveness about all the emotionality and all the emotional turmoil that was kicked up here within you, and I feel like you did have to defend yourself, and it was probably very exhausting, but you doubled down and you did decide to persevere and to move away from this masculine. And I feel like you processed through all of this stuff. I feel like you might have had to go very slow. There's a lot of like healing energy. You could have really felt this in your body. You could have felt sick over whatever this was. And it's in part because I feel like all this emotion, it's like lifetimes old. Yes, it is to do with whatever went on in this particular lifetime, which might have been quite startling or shocking. It feels like a betrayal on your end of things, because you are a living, breathing person. You do have like a functioning heart space. You are a compassionate person. And I feel like this masculine was really in like some kind of devil energy, some kind of shadow energy. Now, I want to leave that there for a second, and I want to go back to like pre-incarnation between the two of you for this particular lifetime, because I'm getting a lot of information actually in regards of that. Because I feel like, again, this is some kind of long-standing pattern in previous lifetimes where this masculine has involved third party in your relationship dynamic. And I just heard dismissive, like could have been very dismissive of you and of your, definitely of your like emotional space. And this, like I said, has happened before, and this could have harmed you in past lives here as well. But in in past lives, this masculine always ended up longing for you and wanting to have like a second chance in this relationship after having some kind of time apart. Or you retreating here from this person. And for some, like, this has had detrimental consequences, meaning like this third party situation or whatever ended up like ending you in previous lifetimes, and this masculine would still like long for you. So I feel like before you incarnated in this lifetime, this masculine energy approached you and was like, can we try this again? You know, what is it that you need in order to, you know, really like to agree to like incarnate with me and, you know, try to figure this out between us again. And I feel like you laid down whatever stipulations that you did. But I feel like you kind of always knew in your heart of hearts that you probably were going to have to let him go. Like, I don't really think you have a lot of faith in this masculine. You could have had a lot of, like, especially on the other side when you can see everything clearly and you can see what's gone on, like in previous lifetimes. I think you feel extremely hurt. But it really has brought out like the fighter in you. And I'm hearing that quote from Divergent. I've been hearing that a lot lately. Some of you guys might want to watch the movie Divergent. But 4 is saying to Tris, and I do feel like there will be a 4 for you, like, which 4 is the number of the emperor, right? So you could resonate. Theo James is just such a gorgeous human being. I hope he looks like Theo James, honey, for you. I really sincerely hope that. But, you know, he's all about overcoming his fears, and this could be somebody that's going to have your back when you have finally separated yourself out, or when you've dedicated yourself to this path of perseverance away from this person. But he says to Tris, like, fear doesn't shut you down, it wakes you up. I've seen it. And I feel like with you, there's something about this experience where the pain and the emotionality and the fear and the uncertainty, it wakes you up. You know, and with this person, I mean, this masculine energy, this fear energy just overtakes them. This is actually an incredibly weak person, and I am hearing cowardice, and I feel like it surprised you to see such weakness and such cowardice here in this person. I don't think that you identified this masculine with those traits before, but you're starting to really see that. So when this masculine approached you to incarnate together again, I think you and your guide teams kind of worked together, and you were like, okay, I mean, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. There's every possibility that you are going to use this as like a springboard. You're going to kick off of this relationship, and you are going to seal yourself off from it. And just like, you know, an infection, you know, you're going to, in order to fight that, and I do feel kind of a fevered energy, like fever dream. Maybe you feel like this was all a fever dream, or whatever happened between the two of you. It could have been like really bad, and that could have been part of like this on a spiritual level in ways that I don't understand, like fighting off this infection that, you know, this masculine maybe have like kind of infected you with. So that's what I feel like kind of leading up to this. And this for you has to do with self-love and being in the here and now, and just being very gentle with yourself and choosing yourself. And I feel like you have been working on that. It's probably led you down this path. But I do see like healthy love. I feel like you're mastering this true love space, because you can't have true love unless you're loving yourself and you're compassionate for yourself, and you're not just kind of giving yourself over here to this masculine, because I can see there's just naturally a lot of love energy. Unfortunately though, this is a masculine that's very closed off from his heart space. Now here, I want to start looking at this masculine energy and his third party situation that he may have embroiled you in. And again, this is long standing, like he's done this many times before, and that has to do with this masculine is deeply afraid, for whatever reason, of having like a truly balanced, equal give and take partnership. I think because there's a lot of insecurity coming from his space. And I think this has to do with like his ability to provide for himself, or like make some kind of money or succeed. Ironically, I feel like you were the healthy path. Like this man him choosing you and choosing healthy love and healing and clearing up his karma and all of that, he needs to build his own destiny, like on his own back. So that energy and the path with you, it's one, but he's got to believe in himself, and he's got to be dealing with his weaknesses head on. And it's going to be incredibly fulfilling, but it's the opposite of that devil energy, because this third party situation that he's put you in several lifetimes, and probably did as well in this lifetime too, it's devil energy. And devil energy for me is taking a short-term, impulsive, strategic, seemingly like solution, but it is at the expense of long-term happiness. And this masculine, his long-term happiness has to do with building his own worth and his own skill set and his own life and his own, I'm hearing like value and net worth, and building his own relationship and building his own community and his own friends. Like, he needs to have a healthy functioning life, and he needs to not be looking to like strategize and see what he can get out of people. He needs to value his friendships. He needs to value his partner. He needs to value himself. He needs to put the work in to have like a healthy, thriving life. And he's just deeply afraid and does not want to do that. And I feel like this masculine probably always has somebody in the background, like always has a backup plan or somebody on the side, whether you know about it or not, because again, it's like that maybe gives him the strength or the belief in himself to approach who it is that he really wants. I mean, this is like a chronic problem here within this masculine. But I feel like this third party situation could have been something that he had cooking on the back burner. Again, I think this is a repeated pattern in many lifetimes that you did not know about. He had this somehow cooking on the back burner. I think this involves a quote unquote friendship group, but and we've had some messages come out here recently about this karmic energy around friendship, that a big part of this karmic couple here is valuing friendship, actually learning how to be a good friend and not crossing like those boundaries. But I feel like this masculine felt that he had some kind of opportunity to take this like very quick strategic move. And I feel like this has to do with a relationship that he felt he could profit from in the material. And both of these people, this masculine and I believe this feminine energy that he's got cooking in the background here, there's no like genuine love energy between them. They both, I think very highly of themselves. Like, they think that they got something going on for them, like in terms of beauty or charisma, or that people like them. It's like kind of superficial energy, but they put a lot of weight on whatever that is. And they both kind of feel like the cat that's got the cream with the other person, but it's because of some kind of superficial energy. It's because of some kind of social status or social standing, of thinking that they're going to get what they want here, like out of life, because of this other person. But neither of these people are builders, and they don't understand like the earthy sides of life and money and value. I don't really think that either of these people like know how to produce value. And I'm not talking about how much money they may or may not bring in at this time in their life. I'm talking about actually building and maintaining some kind of value, even though they may have something on a material level that people who do know how to do those things, because they do value those things in an applied way, like there is an understanding of it, they may have similar things to those people, because they may kind of be surrounded in that energy. Because I see these two people, this masculine that's now a karmic to you, and whoever this third party is, they want to mooch off of a masculine energy here that's like kind of none the wiser. Now that could be one of their parents, it could be a father that has money, and maybe somebody here stands to inherit. And I feel like the other person would be very attractive, and that's what they kind of think that they have going on here. But it also could be that this feminine energy is married to somebody that actually does produce value of some kind, and that can be on whatever scale. But I feel like this masculine sort of looks at that as a meal ticket, or he's seeking to profit off of another man's fruits, another man's labor, another man's profitability, something that he has like built up. This masculine feels as long as he can keep that a secret, or will try to keep that a secret, but he really does have no problem with trying to take from somebody else's plate as like their primary means of earning a living or gaining social status, because he truly does have a huge lack of self-worth and feels that he cannot build it himself. That's what he does. That's what he thinks. So he feels he needs to partner up with this karmic in order to have access to this masculine's wealth. Now, this could even be his own father. Like if he stands to inherit, maybe there's some kind of stipulation in the will that he has to get married or like have kids or something like that to gain access to like his trust fund or something. That's also a possibility. But that's the draw here between these two people. And if this feminine energy is married, then I feel like this did start off as some kind of an affair. There's secretive energy here between the two of them. And again, I think for most of you, this started off as some kind of an affair. You could have even been married to this masculine energy, and then this started off as some kind of an affair. And then Or it could have involved a pregnancy as well. Like, especially if somebody's father is like very, like, obviously if somebody was in a relationship, you know, and then because they would maybe need to keep, obviously if they got pregnant, they would need to keep that a secret. But even if that relationship was, you know, quote unquote ending, or there was a plan to do that, I feel like because of the timing of the pregnancy, there still would have needed to be some secrecy around this. Or, and potentially again because there could be a father that they're trying to impress, but the timeline of the pregnancy is going to make this father suspicious and know that what's gone on here has not been to his liking or up to his standards or whatever. So they're very strategic. Both of these people I think are good liars. They're good at facade, and I feel like this is a very low connection, and they're both staring at the worst parts of themselves. And I feel like this, there's no feelings here. This is so deeply unbeautiful, this energy here between the two of them. But like I said, both of them think that they are the pinnacle, and they have the pinnacle, that this is like the cat that's got the cream here. And I feel like where you come into this, whether you were this, you could have been married to this masculine, like I said, or because I do feel like there's heart energy. He covets you, he does. And there is, I think he recognizes, like, there is a heart energy between the two of you. There's also schmegdual energy between the two of you. Like, he finds you to be really attractive. I think he even finds your perseverance and your boundaries and all of that, like, to be very attractive. But there is heart-centered energy. But I just heard, you've heard of brain dead, but this man is like basically heart dead. It does like beat for you, but it's a very capped energy. That's what I feel like this is. There's a real shut off from the heart space because this masculine doesn't seek to build relationships. This masculine, it's like, I don't want to use the word situationship because I know that's like a modern thing and it has like a certain like connotation to it, but this masculine does kind of navigate this side of their life. They require a certain like situation. And I feel like that situation involves an unequal give and take. They like to have control. It involves a certain amount of secrecy. Because like I said, I feel like this masculine will always, like at the start of a relationship, definitely, like we'll have somebody else like kind of on the side or waiting in the wings that they know is enamored with them or easy, like for them to have access to or manipulate or deceive or control. And they may target individuals with certain traits, like individuals that are very enamored with them or very submissive or something like that. Like they want to have like control here in the situation. This person may have misread you. This may have been part of the karma that you've been working out within yourself, like over these many lifetimes, is like not getting swept up in his BS and not being treated in this certain way. I think you've learned to kind of go slower in relationships so that your eyes are not closed to this person, into this situation, so that you can kind of sense out, because this person's very good at keeping secrets, very good at being deceptive, very good at presenting the version of themselves that they feel like you want to see. And there's, like I said, this masculine really covets your energy, but I feel like he is longing for you. This could be a situation that's in the past, but he recognizes this as like a past life love. He wants to give this relationship a second chance. I feel like he wants to like try to get you in like a playful kind of space. I feel like that could have been the energy that he met this third party in. It was like a playful kind of an energy or whatever. But both of these people, I feel like, are I feel like this situation, it's gonna there's a locust feeling like between these two people. Like, you know how locusts, it's like a plague, and it you know, they just like eat up all the crops. Like, they're trying to mooch. That's what it is. They're trying to mooch off of this other energy, and I just feel like I don't know, it's like they just want to use up certain things. And have you ever gotten exactly what you wanted but it wasn't right, you know, like that feeling? And it's not a good feeling. And I feel like that's eventually what's going to happen here. This masculine, I feel like, wants to send you a message, wants to come off a certain way here. I feel like when they're with this other person, first of all, their other partner may be sick. and they're really not on the same page, them and their other partner. I just heard their other partner say, I have a different spiritual lesson than you. And they were talking to this masculine, like they're not aligned on a spiritual level. And I feel like it may actually be making this other partner sick, because I do think this other partner, however they met, I feel like this other partner is very submissive to this masculine energy. But the way that we think of submissive, I just heard like a woo girl. Remember when everybody was doing skits back in the day about like woo girls, like woo, everything was just like party, like wee, woo, like not a care in the world. So I think there may be that kind of submission here from this partner, where they really are, they just want to be involved. Like they just want this masculine. They just want to be associated with him, or like schmegally involved with him. That's the kind of person that he kind of goes after. So he feels like this person's easily controllable to him, maybe is enamored with him, or maybe I just feel like, yeah, play hard energy. Like they could party a lot and then sleep during the day. I don't know. It's like, but whatever it is, there's some reason that your person here feels like they can easily kind of maneuver this other energy, but they really are not on the same page. I feel like they actually do want different things. There's definitely karma playing out here, but I feel like this partner may be actually like ill. They could be sleeping whenever this partner sleeps, this person is watching you. Like probably on your social media. If this person is not watching you on social media, you got bigger problems than I can help you with. Because that would be terrifying. But yeah, this person like really watches you. Like they're strongly like fixated on you. This person, there is a lot of schmegel energy here, but this person sees you as their 10 of cups basically. And they, I think, realize that they took too much. And I think they see you in pain. If this person's psychic, I feel like they can watch you sleep. And this person they want to do the thing with you, and they want it to be filled with emotion. But they're really watching you when their partner is asleep, and their partner might be sleeping a lot, because I do feel there's like an illness energy here. This partner could be sleeping during the day. I feel like there's some kind of secret about this maybe, or like a hidden illness within this partner. And I'm not trying to like be alarmist, but this could even be something like, from putting up with his crap, or maybe from all the partying that they do, because I feel like maybe these people are not nourishing themselves. They kind of live this unbalanced lifestyle, and it could be full of, arguments and a lot of like drinking and maybe drugs and not wholesome, well-balanced regular meals or something. There could be something like that here. But I also feel like his control tactics and the way that, he will really put a partner through it. He really will. It's that locust energy. Like he will eat up everything that they have to give and just like leave a husk. And I feel like that's happening here to the partner, and the partner doesn't have any boundaries, and that's why the partner was chosen. So really consider that, because I feel like that's probably what they had in mind for you. And maybe it's not so flattering that this person had their eye on you, because maybe they thought they could run this kind of shit on you. And maybe you've outgrown that, and you have every reason to feel proud of yourself. If that is the case, you really should feel proud of yourself, because who would want to live like this? But I feel like this illness is meant to put the partner in the here and now. But like I said, this could be like some kind of autoimmune issue, or like fibromyalgia, or just like a depression, being sick of his shit. Although I feel like he cheats, and like I just feel like there's always like a third party around this masculine. It's secretive energy. I feel like maybe nobody would know that, because like I said, both of these people are very secretive. They're good at lying to themselves. They're good at lying to each other. They're good at putting on whatever face they need to put on for anybody around them. So I feel like maybe that would surprise you that there's always a third party, but there is. And for some of these masculines, I feel like there's prostitute energy. And there may have been an illness contracted. I'm not trying to be alarmist, but this is definitely a guy who could give you something. You know what I'm saying? Not in a good way. So please be careful if you are at all wrapped up with this person, because they are just very secretive and very deceitful. That could be what's going on here. I feel like there is an illness, like with the partner, that's not seen. It could just be depression, but because this guy really takes it out of people. The healthy response is to have balance, but self-respect and also boundaries. And I feel like you have been learning your spiritual lessons here, and it's put you on a different page than this masculine energy, and you're mastering this true love energy. And Spirit is going to get you into a situation where I feel like you are poured into and there's healthy giving and receiving. And again, I'm feeling that energy of 4, like from Divergent, that Emperor energy, somebody who is like very masterful in something, but also I associate him with the fear energy because his the whole reason why he calls himself 4 is because he has 4 major fears and he keeps going in trying to overcome his fears. And so I feel like you both match each other's internal strength. That's what I feel like, this new partner that is coming in. But I feel like it's all coming on the back of this karmic cycle coming to an end. And I feel like it has come to an end because, especially because of you and your decision making process. And I'm seeing the High Priestess in my mind, and she is, in her peaceful, like very self-assured, calm, but very matter of fact kind of energy. And I'm seeing her hold a bell out in front of her. And I'm seeing a giant clock behind her, and it's as like the clock strikes midnight. The cycle is done. It's run its course because of something that you've put into motion here within yourself, and because you've walked away, because I really do feel like you were the healthy path. And if you are no longer willing, then that's no longer available. Like even in other lifetimes, it has been before, but you've changed so much. You've progressed out of this onwards and upwards, and you're out of this. And so I feel like this masculine, like I'm seeing the High Priestess now like ringing the bell. And I feel like there's a secretive energy about like whatever is coming, but it's like strong death energy that's coming. There's like, it's going to shake this situation up. There's a major ending that's coming through here. And I feel like these two, this masculine and this third party that just thought that they had the cat's cream, they were the cats with the cream, like with each other. But it was, again, all superficial. And it was using energy, and it was opportunistic energy. It's really not built on anything like spiritual or divine. I think it's actually quite the opposite. Like I said, I think this started off as an affair. And if you find you have strong feelings for somebody, and somebody has made an actual divine commitment before God energy, just it's worth considering. Like definitely explore your feelings, like to try to get to the bottom of why you're feeling that. But definitely consider that it was the other guy that maybe sent that person in, that maybe that's more aligned with that energy, right? But these two they never consider their actions and the effects it has on other people. They just want what they want. But I feel like these two have entered this phase of dwindling and a reversal of fortune. And again, like there could be money problems here. There could be economic problems. There could be housing problems. Yeah, and there's just a sense, I don't think these people take very good care of themselves, to be honest. You're very different. You're actually very different than both of these people. And I feel like whatever you hoped for yourself and this masculine, whatever you thought that this relationship had the potential to be, I mean, when he did whatever he did to you, this took a hard, I just heard like right-handed turn, but it took a hard left turn. And, he's just not that person. Like, I think he needed to live up to himself, in walking the path with you. And it was going to be happy and full of love. And it was going to be a destiny energy that he got to keep. He got to build and he got to keep. And most importantly, he would have gotten to believe in himself and understand how capable he is, and felt a certain way about himself when he looked in the mirror. I think for some, these masculines drink. Or there's like a drugs problem, and I'm hearing this masculine, like, again, I'm seeing the happier timeline with you, and I'm hearing him say like, yeah, I'm getting emotions back, and I'm remembering things more, and like the cognitive function is really improving, and that emotional awareness is really improving, because he doesn't have to numb out anymore, because he's actually proud of his marriage, I just heard, and proud of his kids or his family or the person that he is. It's not built on like this bed of lies. Yeah, I'm hearing that Nicki Minaj song, Bed of Lies. Do you ever think of me when you lie? Lie in your bed of lies. And both of these people are very deceitful. I don't care how they come across. People can be nice people, but not good people, and misguided people at that, and they're both very, very misguided here. I think he's going to have to let you go. I think you've taken your power back in this situation. I think you're rebalancing this, and I think you are moving on. Yeah. So that's what I have for you. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.